So this video is from my friends at MovMax because I think your telescopic rod has an issue with the extension arm, and I'm going to show you what the issue is. So it appears to me there's only one way to put it on. Like, you know, I can't put this end on here and vice versa. So if I loosen this knob, you know, this turns properly. And believe me, I've had it apart a few times, and I've seen that you've got a set of roller bearings you know, in here. So I'm presuming that you want this to turn nice and smooth like this, and I think it should. The problem is the other end, at least on the one that I received, is almost impossible to, like, it really takes a lot of force to turn it. And so the problem, I think the tolerances between the extension arm and the fitting on the head are, you know, they're probably a millimeter or two out of whack. So here's another thing too. So I've got a pair of vernier calipers. I've set them to metric, and when I put this thing on here, I'm getting 14.21. And when I put it on this end here, I'm getting 14.04. So that's probably the problem, is that, you know, this gap here, because definitely when I try to put this in here, it spreads the outer two fingers out a little bit. So I think, you know, there's not enough space here. So, I mean, for me, we're talking not a lot of space. I mean, I could take a file and file these down, but that's, you know, it really shows that there's a early production flaw that should be addressed. So, okay, I think you got the idea now. And the problem with that is that if I just keep this and, you know, do nothing, what's going to happen is it puts excessive force on this fitting here, and eventually it's going to break, and I don't want that to happen. And I'm also in the middle of my YouTube review for this product. I absolutely love it, but this needs to be fixed. So, and just to show you, if I take this apart, you know, I've been very careful to make sure that the parts have gone in the right way. So I see that there's a, you know, this goes here, then the roller bearings, then this is another one that goes on top. There's grooves on both, then the washer, then this washer, then the wing nut. So that's all fine and dandy, but when I, you know, even just trying to get this thing in and out, like the upper one, this one here is a piece of cake. This one, like, being a little bit snug is not a problem, but this is just way too tight. It looks to me like this middle finger is too thick. And now, you know, for personal use, I could take a file in here and sand it down or file it down or something like that. But I think, you know, I think you guys are going to find when you look at this, you're probably going to get complaints. You know, I can't imagine I'm the only one that has this issue. But it doesn't matter whether I turn it this way or this way. You can see it's actually, to get it in here, it's actually pushing the outer fingers apart. And that's not the way that it should be. So I thought I would send you this video and give you the opportunity to tell me what you want to do. I mean, I can file it down for my own personal use, but then it's going to break over time. So I'm hoping that you know, you're aware of this situation already, and maybe you can just send me out a new set or something like that. I've bought 2 of the 1/4-inch magic arms, and, you know, don't get me wrong, I'm happy to work with you guys. I think it's a great product. I think it's got a lot of potential for the future, but, you know, this is problematic because reefing this thing back and forth, you know, I see you put the bearings there, it should go back and forth nice and easy the way this one does. So take a look at it, think about it, get back to me as soon as you can. Like I say, I'm in the middle of doing my YouTube video for this product, and I don't want to put this in there because, you know, it's going to be a deterrent to selling it. So get back to me as soon as you can. My name's Paul Phillips, by the way, and I'll put my contact information in the email for you and a link to this video. So yeah, that's it.